Rick Harrison's confirmation that his son's life sentence is real has everyone in disbelief. For years, the Pawn Stars family seemed invincible, but beneath the public image, a devastating truth was silently unfolding. How did a young man, who once seemed destined to carry on the family legacy, end up with a life sentence? This isn't just about a family business. It's about a father struggling with unimaginable pain, betrayal, and loss. Rick's raw admission hits hard, uncovering the personal cost of a tragedy that no one expected. What led to this moment, and what gave Rick the strength to finally confront the painful truth? The rise of Pawn Stars began with a small pawn shop tucked away in the bustling streets of Las Vegas. It wasn't anything fancy, just a modest business run by a man with big dreams. This was Rick Harrison's life before fame knocked on his door. The Gold and Silver Pawn Shop wasn't just a place of business. It was a symbol of sheer grit, determination, and an unwavering belief in turning dreams into reality. Rick Harrison's journey began with a simple yet profound understanding of gold and silver. He wasn't born into wealth or privilege, nor did he have a degree from a prestigious university. What he had was a knack for spotting value in the things others might overlook. With that skill and an entrepreneurial spirit, he built the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop alongside his father, Richard. But let's not sugarcoat it. The early days weren't glamorous. The shop struggled to keep its head above water, facing challenges that would have made many give up. Rick knew the world of pawning wasn't just about buying and selling. It was about building trust, knowing your craft, and understanding the people walking through your doors. It wasn't enough to know the basics of gold and silver. If he wanted the shop to thrive, he had to expand his expertise, learning everything from rare coins to vintage jewelry, historical memorabilia, and even obscure antiques. Rick threw himself into the grind, devouring books, attending auctions, and soaking up knowledge wherever he could find it. Slowly but surely, his expertise grew, and so did the reputation of the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop. Even then, success didn't come easily. The pawn business is unpredictable by nature, and every day presents new challenges. Rick had to think on his feet, balancing risk and reward with every deal. Then came the moment that changed everything. The old man, his son Corey, and Corey's childhood friend Austin, Chumley Russell became the faces of the show. Each brought something unique to the table. Rick, a savvy leader with an encyclopedic knowledge of history and value. The old man, a no-nonsense veteran with decades of wisdom. Corey, eager to prove himself while carving his own path. And Chumley, the lovable wild card whose antics added a dash of unpredictability to every episode. When Pawn Stars premiered, it was an instant hit. Audiences were hooked by the unpredictability of what might walk through the doors. A Revolutionary War musket, a rare baseball card, a vintage jukebox, or even something bizarre like a shrunken head. But it wasn't just the items that kept people coming back. It was the dynamics between the cast. They weren't just co-workers or business partners. They were family, with all the love, banter, and occasional tension that comes with it. The show tapped into something universal. People love stories, and every item that entered the shop had one. Whether it was a Civil War artifact passed down through generations or a quirky invention from the mid-20th century, these items connected viewers to history in a way that felt personal and tangible. Rick's passion for these stories was infectious. He didn't just see dollar signs in these items. He saw pieces of the past, each with its own significance and meaning. Pawn Stars wasn't just about history or deals. It was about humanity. It showed the good, the bad, and the downright bizarre sides of running a pawn shop. Viewers saw the negotiations, the excitement of uncovering a hidden gem, and the occasional disappointment when something turned out to be a fake. Over time, Pawn Stars became more than just a TV show. It became a cultural phenomenon. Fans flocked to the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, eager to meet the cast and see the place where it all began. The shop went from a struggling business to a must-see destination in Las Vegas, drawing tourists from around the globe. Through it all, Rick never lost sight of his roots. He remained the same determined, hardworking man who started with little more than a dream and a willingness to learn. And that's what made Pawn Stars so special. It wasn't just about the items or the deals. It was about the people. The Harrisons and Chumley became household names, not because they were perfect, but because they were real. They shared their triumphs and struggles, their laughter and frustrations, and viewers felt like they were part of the journey. But what happens when the spotlight grows too bright? Can fame and fortune truly coexist with harmony and trust? Or do they inevitably cast shadows on even the strongest of bonds? As the gold and silver pawn shop story unfolded, not all that glittered was gold. For a show that thrived on the unpredictability of the items that walked through the shop stores, the real surprises came from the off-screen lives of its beloved personalities. The charm and camaraderie that had made them household names started to crack under the weight of scandals and legal troubles, leaving fans questioning the people they thought they knew. Austin Lee Russell, better known as Chumlee, was often the comic relief of the show, with his easygoing nature and playful antics. But behind the laughs, Chumlee's personal life was spiraling out of control. His troubles first made headlines after an incident in Hollywood that escalated into a full-blown brawl. While fans were willing to brush it off as a one-time lapse in judgment, the situation took a darker turn in 2016. A police raid on Chumlee's home uncovered a disturbing reality: drugs and weapons hidden among the memorabilia and collectibles that he loved to flaunt. The discovery shocked fans, who had come to see Chumlee as the lovable, if occasionally clueless, sidekick. The media frenzy that followed painted a picture of a man grappling with deeper issues than anyone had imagined. Eventually, Chumlee entered guilty pleas to charges stemming from the raid, a move that spared him jail time but left a permanent mark on his reputation. For Corey Harrison, Rick's son and a central figure in the shop, controversy seemed to follow him wherever he went. Corey, once affectionately nicknamed Big Hoss, had his fair share of wild moments, many of which played out in the public eye. One particularly infamous incident involved public urination, an act that, while minor in the grand scheme of things, fueled headlines and online chatter. But it didn't stop there. Corey's party-loving lifestyle led to bar brawls and reckless behavior that culminated in the wrecking of an RV, sparking legal disputes that dragged the Harrison name further into the mud. For a man who had grown up in the shadow of his father and grandfather, the fame brought by Pawn Stars seemed to amplify his struggles rather than ease them. Yet Corey's story wasn't just one of recklessness. It was also one of transformation. Struggling with his weight and the pressures of fame, Corey embarked on a weight loss journey that made headlines for all the right reasons. Shedding the pounds wasn't just about physical health. It symbolized a fight to regain control of his life. But even as fans applauded his transformation, Corey candidly admitted that the road wasn't easy. The pressures of being in the spotlight, coupled with personal battles, weighed heavily on him. For many, Corey's journey was a reminder that fame doesn't shield anyone from life struggles. It often magnifies them. And then there was Johnny Jimenez Jr., the shop's go-to toy expert and a fan favorite for his encyclopedic knowledge of vintage collectibles. Johnny's cheerful demeanor and expertise made him a valuable part of the Pawn Stars team. But his personal life took a dark turn when he faced allegations of domestic violence. The accusations sent shockwaves through the fan base, tarnishing Johnny's credibility and raising uncomfortable questions about his character. For Johnny, the allegations weren't just a legal issue. They were a personal and professional blow that threatened to undo years of hard work. The toy expert who had delighted audiences with his passion for rare finds now found himself under scrutiny, his every move dissected by a public hungry for answers. The controversy cast a shadow over his role on the show, leaving fans divided between those who stood by him and those who couldn't reconcile the allegations with the man they thought they knew. As these scandals unfolded, the once unbreakable camaraderie among the cast seemed to falter. The controversies didn't just affect the individuals involved. They rippled through the entire Pawn Stars universe. For Rick, who had spent years building the shop's reputation, these incidents were more than personal disappointments. They were threats to the legacy he had worked so hard to create. The scandals also forced fans to confront an uncomfortable truth. The people they idolized were, at the end of the day, human. Chumlee's legal troubles, Corey's reckless behavior, and Johnny's allegations served as stark reminders that fame doesn't come with immunity from mistakes, or the consequences that follow. But perhaps what made these controversies so compelling was the fact that they were woven into the larger narrative of Pawn Stars. The show wasn't just about historical treasures and quirky items. It was about the people who brought those stories to life. And as messy and flawed as they were, The cast's off-screen struggles added a layer of complexity to the characters fans had come to love. For the Harrisons and their extended Pawn Stars family, the scandals were yet another challenge to overcome. Whether they would emerge stronger or further divided remained to be seen. But one thing was clear. The journey of Pawn Stars wasn't just a tale of success. It was a story of resilience, redemption, and the messy, complicated nature of being human. Could the empire built on history and nostalgia withstand the test of time? Or was it destined to crumble under the weight of its own success? As cracks widened and shadows deepened, the story of Pawn Stars began to take a darker turn, leaving fans to wonder. How did a cultural phenomenon lose its luster, and is there any hope for redemption? Text continues as described for each portion. Let me know if you'd like the next section to be detailed similarly.